All right, so now that we've actually had a moment to talk about what latent heat is, how it works, and you've also gotten to see a few examples. Hopefully you've watched those example videos and maybe even done them at home. This is actually very doable at home. Well, why do we even talk about this as meteorologists? Well, the reason why is because weather systems, thunderstorms, hurricanes, big storm systems need energy. That energy is what fuels them. It acts like food for them. And when water evaporates into the atmosphere, it's sucking heat away from its surroundings, and then it's rising up into the atmosphere. As it rises up into the atmosphere, it eventually cools and condenses again, releasing that heat back into the atmosphere. That allows the air to keep rising, to push up further, and that allows for clouds to become taller, and I'll show you a video of that in a second. That allows thunderstorms to develop, and some of the most fiendish extreme weather events in the world, hurricanes, typhoons, this is actually what allows them to develop. As they move over warm ocean waters, they slurp up all kinds of moisture, and that feeds the storm. As that moisture then rises into the storm, it condenses into clouds, and those clouds are then what create the rain and all that craziness. But a lot of energy is released when that happens, and that intensifies the storm. So as a hurricane moves over warm ocean waters, it absorbs heat, allowing it to strengthen. However, if you cut a hurricane off from that warm water source, it begins to fall apart. This is why we here in California don't get hurricanes. Our ocean waters are just too cold. Hurricanes form much further south of here, down near Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, Acapulco, and in parts of Central America, or the oceans off of Central America. I'll leave you with this video. Hopefully this will load. Here it is. And this is basically just a time lapse showing you how you can go from a perfectly clear day with some clouds in the distance to these big puffy clouds that are forming. Well, the reason why these are forming is there's a lot of moisture in the air. As that air rises into the atmosphere, it releases all of that heat, allowing the air to continue rising. And right here we're seeing it. Look at how tall these clouds are beginning to bubble up. They're beginning to bubble up. It's almost like the sky is boiling in a way. Well, watch this. At some point, the atmosphere becomes supportive enough to allow the air to continue to rise, and as it rises, boom, it just shoots up rapidly. It shoots up rapidly. And this is actually how you can go from perfectly clear skies, perfectly sunny weather, to thunderstorms in just a short period of time. If latent heat exchanges weren't involved in that, we wouldn't get any of that. So that's why latent heat is important. Latent heat allows us to see that kind of formation. That latent heat allows that to occur. Without latent heat, we wouldn't have these extreme storms. Which in some cases might be good, but in many cases, since these storms provide much needed rain, it'd also be bad.